Hey guys, I bet you're thinking right now is not the best time to buy. With interest rates this high and people complaining about multiple offer situations, why would you even want to consider getting into the market? Hi, I'm David Medina, a realtor here in Tulare County, and we're going to go over last month's numbers in this month's market report. What's important to know about the market report is there is a silver lining for today's buyers. Now before we start, let me please ask you to subscribe to this channel. As amateur as these videos look, they are tedious to produce. Please subscribe, like, and share, and I will work on improving the quality of this content. Now let's get started with the numbers. So let's start with sales prices. We ended the month of June with a median sales price of $369,900, which is just shy of April 2022, where we ended at $370,000. So as we can see by the chart, any correction that we saw came and went. Prices are no longer trending down. We're actually seeing slight depreciation. Definitely not good news if you're waiting for the market to crash. And as far as new listings, you can see that we ended June with 447 listings, new listings for that month, which is lower than COVID Junes and even lower than our regular Junes. But one thing that I noticed that was interesting was, if we ignore the past 4 years, or the COVID years, and we go to regular seasons, which let's start at 2017, we'll see that after June, the market kind of slows down a little bit, and then it dips for the season. And if we look at 2018, we got June, market stays about the same, and then it dips. Same thing with 2019. We have, where's June? We've got June, market fluctuates a little bit, and then it starts dipping for the season. So fast forward 2023, we're at June. Take a guess at what's going to happen. It's probably going to fluctuate a little bit, and then we'll see it trending down for the remainder of the year. So if you start seeing articles about inventory dropping and it's the end of the world and this is where the crash is going to start, I mean, we can pretty much assume that it's the normal part of the cycle. Nothing catastrophic is happening. And then once we move back into about December, January, we'll be back at a normal market again. So total homes for sale in the MLS, we ended June at 572. And as you can see, that's low. So for everybody that is asking why prices won't come down even though rates are high, for us to be back at a normal market where things aren't so competitive and houses aren't selling so fast, we need to get back to at least 2018 levels, which is about 1,300 listings. So at 502, we're less than half of that. You can see why the market's so competitive. So now to look at pendings, this is the number of houses that went under contract. They haven't closed or changed ownership. It just means that the buyer and the seller agreed to a deal. In order for this to really mean anything, we have to look at pendings and close together, because pendings precede the closings. So let's look at closings first. So if we look at closed sales in June, we closed 349. Now if we look at pending over here to the left, we can see that we had 345 go pending in May. So 345 went pending, 349 closed. So you're probably thinking, okay, that's more than actually went pending. So this means that we probably had some longer escrows that stretched into June. But what this means to me is those numbers are tight. If there was a big discrepancy between the number of pendings and the number of closed, I would say, okay, the market's volatile, we got buyers backing out, or they're not qualifying. But this tells me that there's very low cancellation rate, and anything that's going pending is very likely to close. So that's a sign of a healthy market. Now we're going to look at month supplies. We finished June with 1.8 months of month supply. Now keep in mind, anything under 6 months is a seller's market. So this means that if everybody stopped listing houses right now, and all we had was the inventory that was listed, we would deplete our inventory in 1.88 months. So low inventory. Percentage of list price. This is important if you're an active buyer, because it shows you what you can expect in this market. So right now, houses are selling on average for about what they're listing for. This is a median, so some are selling for a little bit more, a little bit less, but they're selling really close to asking price. So if you're hearing stories on the mainstream media and you're believing it and you're shopping for a home and you want to come in and offer half of what they're asking for, or 25% or even 10% of what they're asking for, I mean, this is why you're not getting an offer accepted. If a house is priced right and it's marketed right, it's going to sell for about what the listing price is. I mean, that's not to say that everything is priced right. I mean, if you're working with a good agent, they should be providing you comps before you submit an offer, so you know what to base your offer on. So for example, I just got an offer accepted for $30,000 under list price, and my buyer got $10,000 in closing costs. So it's not because the market's bad, it's because we looked at the comps and that's what he believed was a fair offer for the property. So that's a quick tip for you. If you see a house that you like but you know it's overpriced, submit what you think is a fair offer. Don't wait for the seller to drop the price. At that point, you're going to have other interested people and you're going to be competing. Make the offer while the property is overpriced, so you have the advantage of no competition. But look at comps. If the house is priced right, you're really not going to do yourself a favor by offering 30, 20, or even 10% under list price. Price per square foot. We ended June at $227, which goes back to the all-time high of last June, $228. We're just shy by $1, but we already knew prices were up because of the sales price slide. So the silver lining in all this, is the cyclical element of the market. So like I said, we already know that starting July, the next couple months will probably hold steady, and then the market's going to decline a little bit. Not necessarily prices, but activity. For you, the buyer, that presents opportunity. That's less competition. That's less multiple offers that you're competing against. If you've been shopping but you haven't got anything because you need a little bit of closing costs, now's the time that you might get it. If you've been shopping but you haven't gotten anything because you can't offer above asking and everybody else is, now's the time that you can make that offer that's fair to you. So if I were you, because of the cyclical element of the market from now until December, this is when you go hard. This is when you go look at houses and you make those offers. Because like I said, come January, February, the market's going to pick up again, and you're gonna lose that advantage that you have now when all the other buyers are hibernating. So if you need help with that, send me a message or send me an email. We can have a consultation and we'll see how I can help out. If you watched to the very end, thank you so much again for watching my videos. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you on the next one.